Hey everybody, this is Alpha Zero at your service. I'm going to do a review on a new episode of Psycho Pass 2, episode 7, which is the second season. Now, when I looked at this episode, I think it was okay, though, I seem to have my doubts for some reason, you know? I mean, it started to be it started off well, now, things are just, starting to feel a little for me. I don't know why, but if anything else, I like to get started right away. Somewhere around the beginning, we see to it that there's been some crazy investigation, and then the area stress level are taking care of some certain people whatsoever. But the only thing what's questionable was how's it able to keep the psychopaths clear? And thinking I think the people are working with Kamui nothing more than accomplices, you know, and so far, Akane Tsunomori, I believe, seems to be spacing out a bit, thinking about Kogami, telling her either your assumption is wrong or you're just going crazy, you know. And by that time, they do some more investigations to try to find out what's up, you know. But by that time, Akane Tsunomori runs to her grandma after she dismisses Ginoza and Togani Sakuya, and by that time it was just pretty difficult, you know. And she went to see her grandma because there's been some out of control robots at the hospital, which is not a good sign. And so far, we see to it that that Akane Tsunomori ends up talking to the chief for a while, asking her what's up, you know, and she says I'll bring Kamui in terms of rightful justice or something. And by that time, we see to it that Togani goes to his room and he realizes someone entered his room, and by that time he realized it was Inspector. And I go wow, Inspector, you really gotten yourself caught already, you know. Sorry, I'm just a little tired right now and a little stressed out, okay? And later, we see to it that Shimosuke, or Mika, the new inspector, has been trying to figure some things out. And lately, there's been some data that, one of our enforcers said, Sho Hinakawa, and later they end up deciding to do some more investigations, and they realize this is some kind of hollow thing, you know. And they end up realizing that there used to be a plane crash. There happened to be a plane crash one time, and that was when Karamonori Shion, the one with the girl, the analysis girl with the computer skills, says Kirito Kamui was actually one of them. And this questions me a lot, because if the system says they can't, if Akane says the Dominator can't recognize Kirito Kamui, how is it that they say that he's a survivor but still can't recognize him at all? That's another thing too that I don't really know, you know. That's why I'm starting to have doubts and questionable theories. Therefore, Akane decides to ask Hinakawa to look at the hollows of 185 children that died in the plane crash, and I go wow, that's a lot. And there's actually a doctor that's actually working with Kamui, and he says once you get this data, you should be able to use all the Dominators. And I go not good, man, not good. And by that time, it's what the heck is going on? And therefore, they tried to integrate the doctor, but things did not work out so well. But he says he's not much of a talker. Inspector Shimotsuki decides to take a look at a couple things, but not me. And by that time, I think there was a scene switch with Yayoi and then her and then Karamoni, and I just go they just had their time again. I think there was a story about Hinakawa, I believe, but you know, I think one of them pretty much did not yeah, I think Yayoi goes even if that was the whole story, he didn't have to become an enforcer or something. I go really? I don't know. Then by that time, it's that the person who did all the surgeries decides to talk to the other, and then by the time these holograms are just starting to show up, seeing what the heck is going on, and by that time it ends where Kamui ends up getting probably the data like he needs, and or should I say something he needs, so he can use all the Dominators, and it ends right there. Now, honestly, like this episode seems to be okay. Though at the same time, I'm starting to have my doubts right now. I'm just kind of worried because if the Dominator cannot recognize Kamui, how is it that he's in the database himself? That's kind of strange. And I don't know much about like how systems work nowadays, you know, and that's the only thing. So if anything else, I'll end my review right here, people. I don't know what's going on, but hope to find out that it gets answered. So if anything else, I'll end my review right here. I'm AlphaZero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright, later. Peace out. Bye bye.